Hustlers evolve. Hustlers change. Hustlers grow. Hustlers get better. Hustlers get bigger. Hustlers do different things. Hustlers are always evolving. The reason I know this is because ever since I was a little kid, I've been doing nothing but hustle. Let me explain it to you thoroughly. The first thing I can remember as a child, one of the first things I can remember as a child is hustling my mom and dad's friends to get them beers. My parents would have keggers. My parents would have a kegger party, and their friends would be like, "Hey, Kyle, get me a beer." And I'd be like, "Okay, sure, but give me $1." You know what I mean? Give me my little tip. So they'd give me my dollar, and I'd go get them a beer, and that was that. I'd do it all night, and I'd end up with a pocket full of dollars at the end of the night. It was my little side hustle. And I did that when I was really young, probably 5 or 6. Then I started, I stepped it up a notch, and I started hanging out at my grandma's hair salon and kind of pulling the same move. And I started getting coffee for the elderly people and giving them cookies and donuts. My grandma would buy cookies and donuts, and she'd have coffee or water in the shop or pop, and I'd get the customers whatever they want, and they'd give me a tip because I was a cute little kid that was helping them out. You know what I mean? I knew what it was back then. I knew that I had a way to get money off them. I didn't exactly know what I was doing. I didn't realize that I was pulling a fast one on them, but it worked. And that's just, one little idea that I had as a child that was lucrative for me. That was, a different way to make money. That was, the channel's called Infinite Hustle. We think of different ways and multiple ways to make income. And that's what it was. I'm always thinking of different ways to make more income. So from then on, I had lemonade stands. I sold candy bars, whatever, to my neighbors. I made a lot of money off my neighbors, mowed their lawns, whatever I could think of to earn money off my neighbors. They were the ones who really got it the most. We were troubled kids. We were either ding-dong ditching them or we were asking them for their money. And that's just how it was. So I went from that to having a paper route. I had multiple paper routes. I had probably 100 papers to deliver at one time, but this is about 12 or 13 now in my life. So I continued to hustle. I continued to move forward. And things got bigger and better, and they've slowly progressed. And I eventually got a regular job, a real job. And my first real job was working for the paper, actually, the local paper, the Clinton Herald, and I wrote newspaper articles for the Clinton Herald. I was a food critic, and I also went to recreational areas, and I'd critique them. I went to Pizza Ranch one time, ate their food. I got paid to eat their food. And I critiqued their food, and I wrote an article about it, and I got paid to do that. I went to Eagle Point Park. We have a beautiful park in Clinton, Iowa. It's called Eagle Point Park. I went up there and walked through, all the trails and did all the things that you can do in the park. Checked everything out. Walked up in the castle. There's a beautiful park that we have, and I took advantage of it. And I wrote an article about it, and I got paid for it. That's what I did, is I wrote articles for the local paper, and they were in the paper, and they paid me to do so. I think I only got about $8 an hour, but it was a good hustle. It was a good side hustle. It was a good way to make some money. It was a unique hustle, and that's what this channel is about, is unique hustles. So after that, reality struck. I graduated from high school, and I had to get real jobs. And I bounced around from numerous different jobs here and there. And now, as I'm an adult, I'm 28 now. I've had plenty of different jobs: fork truck driving jobs, roofing jobs, limo driving jobs, assembly work jobs, lawn care jobs, anything you could think of, I've probably done it. Cement work, I've done tons of different stuff. And it's because I'm always changing up my hustle and always hustling and always having ways to make money, just thinking outside the box. So I've always had infinite hustles. I just never called it infinite hustle. I just called it a way to make money back then. And I never realized that I was implementing an infinite hustle. The last job that I want to talk to you about, it wasn't the most recent job that I've had, but it was one of the most entertaining jobs. I was talking to this girl one time. I said, hey, we should go to the strip club. I was just bullshitting with her. And she's like, yeah, we should go. We were at a party, and we were just kind of bullshitting, and she's like, you know what? I think I might actually work there. So I said, really? She said, yeah, I think I can make some money. She's like, if you take me out there, I'll give you a percentage. So we went out there the following Friday, and to my surprise, the girl got the job, and she started, dancing on the weekends, and I would drive her out there and stay for her whole shift and drive her home, and she would give me a third of what she made. And it slowly started evolving till where there was 4 girls, and I'd get 30% off each one of them girls. And at this point in time, I was golden. I was selling drugs at this time, and I was doing this. So I was making lots of money. And this wasn't at 28, this was probably about age 22. So we're going backtrack a little bit. But this is a memorable job, and this is definitely why Infinite Hustle is so relevant to my life, not only to my year and my current status. I've been thinking of infinite hustles my entire life. I've been thinking of different ways and multiple ways to earn income my entire life. I mean, how many people literally think of bringing strippers to the strip club and taking a percentage from them just for giving them a ride and making sure they get home all right? Well, I did. And now you jump to the future. You jump to 2018, and I do a little bit of everything. I drive limo. I work in a job. I package boxes, and big orders will come in. So many pallets and boxes of dog food or cat food. Box up the pallets and send them on their way, and that's pretty much that job. But I also make YouTube videos. I have contests going on all the time. I cut lawns. I cut my mom's grass even, and that's just my mom, but I cut her grass, and she gives me money. She's got a pretty good sized yard. She usually pays someone else to do it. I said, might as well pay me to do it. I'll do it for cheaper. Yeah, it's my mom, but still, that's manual labor. It's hard to mow grass. I hate mowing grass. So I do that. I still do side jobs for my mom even. 28 years old, I still do side jobs for my mom. I do side jobs for my dad. Sometimes I cut his grass. I cut his grass the other weekend. And it's not because I'm broke by any means. It's just because I'm thinking of different ways to earn. If they got to pay for lawn care service regardless, then they might as well be paying their son, because their son's got the energy, and their son will do it for cheaper price than what the neighbor kids are going to do it for, or what the kid on the internet's going to do it for. So that's just some of the things that I do right now. My biggest career, my biggest ambition, my biggest hustle is this YouTube channel. Because on this YouTube channel, I can go in any direction. I can evolve into anything I want to be. This is the life story of Infinite Hustle. This is where I came from, where I am, and where I'm going to be. I'm going to be hustling. I'm going to be thinking of ways to earn. I'm going to be changing it up all the time. I'm going to be taking what's good and sticking with it. And I'm going to be constantly evolving into a better hustler. This is the life of an infinite hustler. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you have some idea of where I'm coming from with this channel and why I say I have infinite hustles, because I feel like I do. I've always had numerous ways to earn, not only now but even as a small child. I had my hustles and I've always seemed to do pretty well with them. So what better way than to use the word infinity, which is one of my favorite words, and add hustle on it. Infinite hustle. Boom. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you could. Comment what you liked about this video, or comment what you like about my channel, or comment what you think I should do better with my channel. I appreciate the feedback and I love the interaction with my audience. So thanks again for watching and have a blessed day.